Something I was talking about with my dad at dinner was like, oh crap, I have to do taxes this year
Ew.
because this was the first year. 2016 was the first year I actually earned a paycheck, like an actual legit paycheck
Mm.
from an actual job. And I'm like, well, also I found another ravine, I think.
Yeah, I did just get my W-2 yesterday.
Yeah, so like, there's a lot of crazy stuff.
Welcome to Minecraft, where we talk about
We're
taxes.
talking about real life. Weren't we talking about the Switch event?
Yeah, and then we talked about our fucking tax.
It's because we're worried about affording the damn console. That's what's the problem. God.
We started out talking about, man, this game at Switch, that Switch event was so exciting, and then like, yes, my W-2 should go great with my 401k.
Oh my God. We have a great
Topic change.
dynamic. I like
Oh
recording with
god.
you. We have a hilarious dynamic.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know if it's actually hilarious, but I mean, I found it funny.
I find it funny.
Uh,
Um,
I hear a witch somewhere, and I don't know where, and it makes me really nervous.
Trump that witch.
Oh God, what you mean evicted to Mexico?
Hell,
All right, we're not going on that topic, but I feel like Mexico, the whole Mexico thing, is something that everyone can make a joke about, regardless of their
oh,
views. Uh,
jokes are the best thing that we can do in this time of need.
God. All right,
Anyway,
so,
Shin Megami Tensei 5.
well, to be fair, they never said it was five. They just said new title in the Shin Megami Tensei series, but like, let's be honest, it's probably five.
Yeah, it's either going to be 5 or maybe a remake.
What I'm curious about is the one on the Switch five or is the one on the 3DS five?
That's a good
Because they
question,
announced both.
and I think the answer is that they're both going to be the same.
I don't know. It just seems weird. Why would they make them unique announcements if they were going to be the same game?
That's a good point.
I feel like people would feel gypped if they're like, we're announcing this and also this, and then later on they're like, oh, actually, it's the same game.
Yeah, maybe the one on 3DS. Oh, okay, so maybe because whoa, this is a huge drop.
Are you also at the ravine?
Yeah. Um,
I'll just assume you're at the same ravine as me.
yeah,
And then if you're not, is it mostly dark?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm on like one end of it. There's like lava and there's a slime down there.
Mm.
Oop.
Um,
Didn't mean to take that fall, but I took that fall.
so I'm assuming that we're probably gonna get either Devil Summoner or sort of because I imagine it's not Persona
No, Persona and SMT are different. Well, I don't know if
because like
they consider them to be different.
Persona doesn't really use the Shin Megami Tensei headline anymore.
It's really weird. Like this ravine, complete topic change. This ravine, like there's some parts of it that are lit and some parts that aren't. So I wonder if
Hmm.
we like half explored it last time.
In fact, let me look up when the last game to use Shin Megami Tensei Persona is.
I want to say it was on like the Super Nintendo.
I swear that they used it for Persona 4.
It's kind of funny. They used If for a Shin Megami Tensei game once. So when they announced
Yes,
Fire Emblem If, because it was If back then and not Fates, we actually did a video about the direct where they announced Fire Emblem Fates
I remember that.
way back when the hub didn't even exist.
Yeah.
Also, there's a lot of cave here, and I'm realizing that my pickaxe is kind of low.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay, so
I mean it'll last for a little bit longer, but yeah.
they stopped using the Shin Megami Tensei headline after Persona 4 premiered.
Okay.
So, Persona 4 Golden, Ultimax, Arena, and Dancing All Night and Q are not operating under Shin Megami Tensei name.
There's so many weird game titles in that series.
I think Shin Megami Tensei and Persona are just weird games in general.
Yeah.
Um, but all we got for Shin Megami Tensei 5 was like a very generic trailer
Something tells me it's in very early development.
showing a bunch of demons and then Odin.
Oh, something I want to talk about. You know that one part of the trailer where the producer of I think it was Devil May Cry? Or no, not Devil May Cry, like No More Heroes, I think it was?
Yes.
The producer for that comes on stage and the translator like completely chokes.
Yes.
I did more reading about that. It turns out everyone had a script, okay?
And he went off the
And
cuff.
the Japanese guy went off script, and so the translator, who was supposed to be reading off of a script, had to translate on the fly when he wasn't expecting to have to do that.
Oof.
So I instantly feel a lot worse for because originally I was like, "Wow, what is up with this
Ow.
translator?" Also, there's two
Oh
Endermen up
God.
here. At first, I was like, "What is up with this translator?" But then afterwards, I was like, "Wow, that Japanese guy was kind of a dick for going off of script."
Wow, this is terrifying.
You okay?
Uh, two zombies, a skeleton, and a creeper are right in front of me.
Man, you're running into like a bajillion enemies. Although to be fair, there's two Endermen by me, and that makes me incredibly nervous.
Yeah,
So,
because I can kill him. You just can't look in a direction now.
yeah, like
Um,
I'm afraid one of them's gonna walk into my line of sight.
uh,
Oh my god!
what?
I think I found where you are.
Yeah?
Two creepers, a skeleton, a spider. Nope, three skeletons. I'm
Well,
taking
I
fire.
killed them all.
Oh well, I found something new then. Also, I just hit a
And,
bat by
villager
accident.
zombie.
I just hit a
Holding out
bat by
right.
accident.
Oh, poor bat.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Um,
guys over here. Holy
what
cow.
else did we see? No, I'm blanking.
Um, there's a zombie in between these two Endermen. I'm really nervous about these Endermen. All right, I'm gonna stand under. Oh, I just looked at one.
Casual reference of Bomberman R because we have to. Next.
Yeah, it seems like a neat little idea. Like I'm like it's cool that they bring back Bomberman, but like I was never a big Bomberman guy, so I'm just like, okay, Bomberman, cool.
Yeah, Bomberman seems like really like
It's
neat
a
thing.
classic game,
Oh yeah.
but like
Uh,
it's so classic that I never really played it.
oh, I know what we can talk about. Let's talk about Nintendo's newest IP, ARMS,
Oh yeah, Arms. That
with the
looks
sequel incoming, Legs.
that looks interesting to me. Like, remember the first time we saw Splatoon where people were like,
Yeah.
I feel like this is like a similar thing. Also,
Dave-
I just shot the skeleton across the ravine.
When David and I initially saw ARMS, we
We
were
were
very skeptical.
we were cackling laughing like, oh
Oh,
my god,
we
it
thought
was
it looked absolutely ridiculous.
yeah, like not bad, just absurd.
Yeah,
Like I thought it was hilarious looking. I'm like, oh my god.
like this is a thing that they're doing.
Also, this is a really neat space right here.
Are you getting swarmed by monsters like I am?
Probably not as much as you.
Because everywhere I go, there's a million monsters.
Yeah, I'm not getting a whole lot of mobbage. I mean, I'm getting some, but not a
Yeah.
huge amount.
At first, I thought it was going to be like the trailer for ARMS starts off
The music
seemingly
was really
similar
weird.
to the reveal for Mies in Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, like the amiibo in Smash Brothers thing, with
Yeah.
Iwata and Reggie beating the crap out of each other.
Yeah.
That was a great trailer. Oh my god. Nintendo's the only company that I feel like could produce a trailer like that.
Yeah.
All right,
They
please
have
don't-
the
oh my
ability
god.
to make Japanese commercials.
Oh,
You good?
miraculously yes.
This is a dangerous expedition.
Yeah,
Um,
I took some fire, but I'm okay.
So ARMS looks like Pokken, except with springy arms.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if I told you this, but it was mentioned on the Treehouse stream that motion controls are not required to play the game.
That's good. That makes me more hopeful.
Although to be fair, the motion controls in Splatoon are great, so
They are, however, I always get a little apprehensive when motion controls are mentioned because
apparently the motion controls on the Switch are like super accurate. Also, is this like what am I looking at? I'm looking at like a double intersected ravine thing right now.
they did talk about the Joy-Cons in great detail,
They talked a lot about the Joy-Cons.
which are the controllers and how you can feel the sensation of ice cubes.
HD Rumble is what they called it.
HD Rumble.
The one issue I have with the Joy-Cons is there's a lot of cool tech in them, but all the games I want to buy don't make use of the tech.
Yeah.
So it's like buying a 3DS when you have no intention of using the 3D. Like, you're paying the premium to get a 3D system, but you're just not going to use it.
1-2 Switch looks like a low rent version of Wii Sports.
Just gonna throw it
Or
out
sorry,
there.
Wii Play.
What I've seen, like, this might be controversial, but like, I have a pretty strong opinion of 1-2 Switch. It looks like hot garbage for what they're charging for it,
Yes.
in my opinion. Like, they're charging $50 when it should have been a pack-in title, and even if it was a pack-in title, I probably would not have much, if any, interest in actually playing the game.
Yeah, there isn't. It's basically WarioWare without a lot of the WarioWare appeal.
Yeah, like,
Speaking of which, WarioWare would be a great title to add to the Switch,
well, I mean,
and would be a great way to use the Joy-Con technology.
the Wii U got Game and Wario.
Yeah,
Dude, how many caves are in this place? Oh my god.
seriously, I'm convinced that we're very far away from each other at this point.
What are your chords? Mine's 3,000, 1150.
3,195, 1021.
Yeah, we're pretty far from each other.
1-2 Switch does look like it should be a pack-in title.
Yeah, like, also, the nice thing is, everyone remembers the Wii music reveal.
Oh yeah.
Go watch the Treehouse playing Nintendo's, like, 1-2 Switch. It reminded me of the Wii music reveal. That's how stupid it was.
And that's not a good thing.
That's not a good thing. Like,
when something reminds you of Wii music, you better worry.
like, I was just laughing the entire time because I was like, oh my god, they're serious.
Like,
oh my god.
it seems like a thing that should, like, you know how some games, like some companies sell games that are phones that are preloaded with games on them?
I guess, yeah.
Like old phone companies used to sell games with like Tetris loaded onto them.
Whoa, okay.
It seems like something that the Switch, that like 1-2 Switch should be, where like
Yeah.
there's a bunch of things already loaded onto it, like the draw, like Duel.
Yeah, like, I feel like 1-2 Switch should have just been with the Switch and not its own thing.
It doesn't seem like it's worth $50 until I
It's-
see something that's really good on it, or even like worth looking at.
Like, everything I saw from it, I'm like, yeah, that's neat, but it's not $50 neat.
Yeah, maybe like 20.
Now,
at
one
most.
one thing I saw on the Switch that I'm really excited for is a little title that they didn't show at the event, but they showed it on Treehouse for like 15 minutes, called Snipper Clips.
I have yet to see it.
And that looks like so much fun, and it's only $20, and it's coming out in March. And I'm like, I will 1000% buy Snipper Clips because it looks like it's just. If I had to describe it in a way that would make sense to you, it feels like the Switch's Pushmo.
Really?
Like, you know how on the 3DS Pushmo is like that little title on the eShop where like it was genius and amazing and people loved it?
Yes.
Snipper Clips feels that way to me, except for the Switch. Like, it looks like so much fun. It's a co-op puzzle game. You can play it alone, but it's like a co-op puzzle game. And you're two pieces of paper. So each player is a piece of paper. And when they walk over each other, they'll overlap, and you can cut the overlap out of your partner
Wow.
and use it to solve puzzles, and it looks like so much fun.
Can we pause for a second? Like, pause recording?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let me box myself in. I'll be right back.
Okay, how long?
Like a minute.
Okay. Welcome back.
Okay.
So are we all okay?
Yes.
Okay, I was afraid it was gonna be like I have to go, and
No.
then I'd be stranded down here.
No.
Although like it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Digging up isn't exactly rocket science.
We good.
All right. So I just did some more reading about Nintendo's online system.
Oh boy. Here comes the big con that I have about the system.
Okay, so I don't know how much you've been following this, but the other day Nintendo was like, we're gonna have the voice chat, and I'm like, cool. And then they're like, it will be on your smartphone, and I'm like, what? So they're like, voice chat will be done through a smartphone app, and I'm like, I wore 2 sets of headphones throughout my entire Okami Let's Play, and let me tell you, it's really freaking uncomfortable, so why?
Yeah.
So, and then they're like, well, it's for going on the go, you know, because your phone has, like, the Gs, like the 3G, 4G, whatever, and the Switch doesn't. I'm like, I guess that's fair. But what if I'm at home? Can't I just do it on the Switch? But they're like, it's the app, this app. And I'm like, all right, fine. Well, I'm just going to use Skype anyway because, like,
It's better.
Skype and Discord already exist. So why would I pay money to use... Where did that come from? Oh, that's where it came from. Like, why am I going to pay money to use Nintendo's thing if I can just use Skype or Discord for free? But that's
Yeah, that's
beside the
good
point, because just now I read another interview with Reggie that says that the smartphone app is also going to handle matchmaking. And
What?
I'm like, why?
Matchmaking?
I'm like, this entire online service is through a smartphone, which, mind you, I do not even own yet. Yeah, 10 years, but still, the demographic exists that people don't, not everyone owns a smartphone. And I'm like, why would I pay,
Matchmaking how?
like, I don't know, like, literally, that's the thing. All he said was, like, it will do matchmaking, and that was it.
What
And
does
I'm
that
like,
mean?
it's like finding matches in multiplayer games, but I'm assuming if Nintendo aren't completely brain dead, that games like Splatoon will still work like they do on the Wii U if you choose to. But I'm
Yeah.
like, what is the point of this iPhone app? And
Apparently,
what is the point?
nothing.
No, not only that, what's the point of this iPhone app? What's the point of charging for this iPhone app?
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing? So, like, they dropped this bombshell at the start of the conference. They're like, oh, by the way, online is paid. Moving on.
Yeah.
When Sony decided they were going to charge money, they're like, all right, we need to charge money because our service isn't that good and we're going to use the money to make it better, and also this whole list of other stuff that we're going to use the money for. And then they bring up, like, this big list in the middle of their conference. Nintendo didn't do that. So, like, no matter what Nintendo does right now, people are going to be like, it wasn't in the conference. It was just like, oh, you're paying it. Not any details about what it does or how much it costs. And all the details that we have about it as of right now are like, who the hell came up with this system?
Imagine the detriment to playing certain games. There's Pokemon Stars on the Switch, guess what? You got to pay to use the GTS. If you get Smash, guess what? You got to pay if you want to pay for play for online with random people and or your friends.
And honestly, it's not the fact that we have to pay that really bothers me. It's the fact that we don't know how much we're going to pay, and the fact that we don't know what the money is going towards, and also the fact that everything I've heard about this stupid smartphone app sounds like it was dreamed up by someone who is not only out of touch, but in fact willfully ignorant of what people want.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
rant over on my end, but like,
right now it just seems
yeah.
like they're charging just to arbitrarily charge.
Yeah. Right now, I see no reason to think that what Nintendo is going to do with their online is going to be good.
The Wii U service was free. Wii service, shitty, but hey, it was free.
The thing about the Wii, like, the one thing that I really want out of this online service is to not get dropped from Splatoon every other match.
Mm.
If they can make their online withstand Splatoon, like, I'll be open to it. But as of right now, a lot of what they've said is like, okay, but why territory.
3DS service. It's free. 3DS has great online.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but
I mean, it's fine.
it's serviceable for what it does. Like, I'd
I
be
can
okay.
play Smash without lagging out all the time.
Yeah. Although to be fair, I feel like they probably put more money into maintaining the 3DSs online because more people use it.
Yeah.
Like, if I had to.
But it's still the principle. You're not getting charged for playing a game
Basically,
that you already bought.
I'll be okay with Nintendo charging if they give me a reason to not think it sucks.
Yeah.
Like, that's the problem. Nintendo's like, oh, we're charging, but I'm like, okay, why should I want to buy this? Nintendo has not given me a reason to buy it,
Unless you give me
which is a
good-
problem.
a really damn good reason for having to pay to play Smash and Mario Kart online.
The main issue
gonna
I
stay
have
salty.
with it is Nintendo does not have a lot of compelling online experiences.
Nope.
And the thing is, a lot of the games that people play online are third party.
In the online department, Nintendo is lacking.
And like the thing is, like, in the third party department, Nintendo is lacking, and they haven't really given us much of a reason to think that's going to change on the Switch.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, I'm not gonna play third-party games on the Switch because I'll just buy them on my PC. But
Right.
like, that means I'm going to be only play first-party games, which I feel like a lot of people who get the Switch are in for because of the aforementioned reason. And the thing is, Nintendo's only got like 4 or 5 really compelling online experiences. They've got Smash Brothers, they have Mario Kart, they have Splatoon, and they have Pokemon. Other than that, they really don't have any big online games,
Yeah. You're right.
which is a problem to me because like if I'm paying for online access and it's only those 4 games, it needs to be good. Like I
It
feel
needs to
like
be lagless.
I feel like Nintendo is stupid enough to attempt to charge $60 for this service, and that scares me because like honestly, from what I've heard about this service, like I'd pay like $20 annually maximum for what they've talked about thus far.
I wouldn't even pay that much.
And who
That's
knows?
too much.
Like $20 a year, I could probably do it. But like the thing, like it's just the thing is, there's so many unknowns. Nintendo has not given me a reason to have faith that they're going to make an online service that doesn't suck.
I'm too cheap to pay for Pokemon Bank, and that's $5.
Uh, uh, the nice thing is, if this online thing does get paid, they're probably going to make it so that, well, that I'm not going to
Let's
say
talk
they
about their
might.
stupid virtual console.
They should make
Perk.
it. They should make it so that if you have a Nintendo Network account, you don't have to pay for bank. But yeah, the virtual console thing is another thing because they're like, you get one virtual console game every month, and at the end of that month, it goes away. I'm like,
So, like, what's the point of
I'm like,
playing Zelda?
I'm like, Nintendo, I know you're adding online to Super Nintendo games, and that's neat. Props to you for that. But the fact that it's only for 1 month and it's a 20-plus-year-old game, like, if you go to any other online service, you go to Microsoft's or if you go to Sony's, they give you multiple games
And you get
that
to
are
keep them.
within a year old, and you get to keep them unless you cancel your subscription. So I'm like, I feel like Nintendo thinks their games are worth way the hell more than they actually are.
Oh, yeah.
Like, $5 for an NES game? Are you for real?
I'm not gonna pay $9 for Mario.
Like, in 2006, I guess it was fine, but like the fact that these games are 30 plus years old, I feel like Nintendo has this
Superiority
ridiculous.
complex.
Yes, superiority. That's exactly the word I was going to use.
Where they're charging for a masterpiece.
They're convinced that the original NES Zelda, which you can beat in like an hour, is worth
$30.
not $30, like $5. Like they charge you $5 for that. I'm like, Nintendo.
It's not worth that much.
Like maybe a Super Nintendo game is worth $5. I feel like NES games should be 2 or 3 maximum.
If you can beat it in a day, then don't charge that much.
Like, it's just it's baffling to me.
Well, I guess if you can beat it in one sitting.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Most games that Nintendo's charging $5 for, you can beat in one sitting.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Like Mario, Zelda, Metroid.
now to be fair, this is like a week after the conference, so there is a lot of stuff we don't know. And by the time the service gets detailed, it might be an actual compelling offer, but what we know right now makes me incredibly anxious for what Nintendo thinks they're going to. Oh my god!
What?
I just took a flight
Oh.
down to 4 hearts and up
Whoa.
onto a cliff.
Huh.
Dear holy god, that was a thing that happened. Also, I just remembered I need to take screenshots.
I
Boink.
found a new spot.